So at first I'm like, how the hell is Psylocke getting her own solo book when she's on the X-Men roster? And then I'm like, Wolverine's been doing it for decades. Nobody ever asked any questions. My name is Dorian. This is SEO Comics. We're starting our coverage of Psylocke, number 1. Our story starts off at the factory in Alaska, where there's supposed to be a team meeting or debriefing, but it hasn't started yet because one member is late. As Kid Omega is saying that this should have started a half an hour ago and should have ended a half an hour ago. So finally Psylocke comes strolling in and she's like, I'm sorry, my flight from Palmdale was almost canceled due to the blizzard here. And Kid Omega's like, Palmdale? What the hell are you doing to Palmdale? So now we cut to a few hours earlier in Palmdale, and Psylocke is doing her thing. Now, can I just say the art on here is fantastic. Probably the best art I've seen with all these X books. Now you got these dudes, they're like, where the hell did she come from? And then one dude was like, it's like she's a ninja. And one dude's trying to like, really a ninja as he gets hit. And then the other dude's like, no, he's right. It's like a ninja. Now on the next page, we see that she is rescuing some teenage girl. When I just said rescuing, it sounded weird. Let's just say unkidnap. She cuts the rope off the girl's hands and she's like, your father has hired me to rescue you. And the girl goes, you're a mutant. He hates mutants. And so I was like, when you're desperate, and don't get it twisted, your dad was desperate. You don't hire the rest, you hire the best. Mutant or not, that's me. But unfortunately, whoever kidnapped her, they got a lot of people. More goons are coming down the hallway. Carl's like, what we gonna do? And Psylocke's like, you're about to take a nap, as she hits her with the side and knocks her out. So one of the goons is like, did you just kill the girl like you just killed everybody else? And Psylocke's like, nobody's dead. Everybody's just knocked out and they're going to have memory loss. So unfortunately, you guys will not remember what I'm about to do to you. And she rips through these guys. They all got guns and doesn't even matter. She drops off the girl at her dad's house and then she takes off. And now she's back in Alaska being chastised by Kid Omega. So the meeting's pretty much about 3K. I guess some new adult mutants have popped up in Columbus, Ohio, which me personally only live like an hour and a half away from Columbus, Ohio. Even though I'm closer to Cleveland than I am from Columbus. And I'm actually from Cleveland. A little bit too close to home, Marvel. A little bit too close to home. Anyway, they're all going to go do their thing as X-Men. Everybody's up for Psylocke. Psylocke is benched. She goes, I'm benched. Why am I benched? Why isn't Kid I Die All the Time benched? So Cyclops is like, as team leader, I need to make decisions for the betterment of the team. And that also means looking out for the individuals. So I'm making you take mandatory vacation. She was like, I don't need a vacation. He's like, okay, when's the last time you slept? Enough said. He was like, take 1 to 2 weeks and then we'll see where you're at from then. So at least now you know in this time frame if this is going to be like, I believe it's a 4-part or 5-part book. Don't believe it's going on for 5. Then we know in the timeline of the X-Men how long this is going to be. About 1 to 2 weeks. Now Psylocke is pretty much like, if I'm going to be benched, then I'm going to go see my boo thing, which is John Grro. Now we found out they have a relationship earlier in the series. I forgot which book it was, but luckily for you, I have a playlist in the description where you can find out exactly which book it was. But yeah, John Grro's her boo thing. He's a villain, so that's awkward. So she's finally doing what Cyclops suggested and trying to get some sleep. She's having a bad dream. John tries to wake her up and almost gets a sigh to the eye. And she's like, I could have killed you. He's like, nope, look, see, I'm fine. We're good. Now, for those of you guys who don't know Kwannon's history, me included, I did not know that she was raised by the hand. She says, soon as she learned how to walk, she was trained how to be an assassin. So killing people was like breathing to her. Now, if you're not familiar with the hand, just think of them like Wu-Tang Clan. They ain't none to f with. So now it's the next morning, and Psylocke, still in Alaska, she's walking and her phone's ringing. She's been ignoring the hell out of it, because she can count on one hand how many people actually have her number. One of those people is named Donovan. She rescued Donovan, similar to the way that she rescued the girl from earlier. So for Donovan having to be mixed with all kinds of like dark web stuff, That's how he got her number. And he's the one that actually finds her the jobs and pays her when she does the jobs. So I guess he's a necessary evil. And he already found her next job. He asks her, hope you like warm weather, because this one is in Phoenix, Arizona. And I guess AIM, yes, Advanced Idea Mechanics, has a new mutant growth hormone that they're selling, and she needs to find out by infiltrating their little, gala that they're having. Now she goes to get in, and there's an AIM scientist at the door. It could be a soldier. Actually, I don't know the ratio between scientists and soldiers that AIM has, but I'm assuming that some of them are just soldiers, not all of them are scientists. Anyway, she's trying to get in, and she hands him a card that I guess that's her ID or special invitation to get in. She infused the card with, I guess, her psionic powers. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, madam, right on in. And he opens up the rope. And when you look at the card, it says, buy 7, get 1 free on whatever. I want to say it's burritos. I think buy 7 burritos, get 1 free. I think she handed him like a Chipotle punch card. Let me know in the comments what you think it is. Now, the kid is really smart because I guess Psylocke can talk to him mentally, but not from that far distance. So he used his technology to amplify her telepathy so that they can talk like they were just like a few feet away from each other rather than like probably across the country. So the kid's asking her, what has she seen yet? And she's like, nothing really. As she's reading everybody's mind in there, and she's hearing everything from affairs to wannabe murders. So finally, we have some action, and the Scientist Supreme shows up. At least I think that's a Scientist Supreme. And if it is, then she's in 2 different books because she's also in Iron Man. So she's pretty much saying how the old mutant growth hormone activated fast, but wore off as fast as it activated. It wasn't a real, like, long period of having powers. With their new strain, it's topical, so it's applied to the skin, and it lasts a hell of a lot longer. Now, every guest there has some in their package. I guess it's like a little gift bag that they got. And they're auctioning off some kids to be tested on. And not only that, the Reavers are their security. So yes, we have a Donald Pierce sighting. So all of a sudden, Psylocke has a flashback to her childhood, because I guess she was human trafficked, because that's pretty much what AIM is doing, human trafficking. But it's AIM. This is what they do. And Psylocke just starts running towards the kids. It looks like she's about to do something, and the kid's in her head like, don't do it, we ain't prepared. And all of a sudden she grabs a like auction thing, and she says, I'll buy all the kids. And the Scientist Supreme's like, okay, that'll be 2.5 million. And Psylocke's like, fine. And then hits her with her sai, which I guess is doing her a favor, because now the Scientist Supreme won't know how bad this day actually turned out. Well, until somebody tells her anyway. And then Skullbuster, that's the other Reaver that's there, it starts busting shots at Psylocke and the kids. And Donald Pierce is like, dude, they hired us for security, not for you to shoot at everybody that we're supposed to be protecting. But Psylocke does her ninja thing, pretty much gets behind Skullbuster and gives him a psionic headache. So while she's dealing with this dude, she can see everything that the kids went through, and it distracts her just enough so that Donald Pierce can snatch her up by her neck. But unfortunately, Donald Pierce has a dumbass working with him, and Skullbuster decides to grab all the mutant growth hormone and take them all at once. And it works out just exactly how you would think it would work out. It doesn't. But it distracts Donald Pierce enough so that Psylocke reaches into her back, grabs her sword, and pretty much takes out Donald Pierce. Well, knocks him down anyway. Old boy's looking like a mutant T-Rex now. And Donald Pierce gets back up. Psylocke puts it on him. I mean, put it on him. And then she decides to deal with dumbass, which she does by slashing the hell out of him. Like, this is no like psionic stuff no more. No. She's using that katana, and she pretty much cuts this dude down right in front of the children. And she's like, I should feel bad. I should feel something. Right now, I don't feel anything at all. As old boy transforms back to his normal form, and he is dead. Dead.